Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and oh my gosh, this is going to be a doozy. So, I was talking about Ariana Grande yesterday and her song No Tears Left to Cry, which is one of my favorite songs of all time. Now, today I thought I would take a look at the song which seems to be heralded as her best song, and the song that really gets under my nerves, which is Thank You Next. Now, this was her lead-off single from her album, Thank You Next, which is a pretty solid album. I gave it a review, and this song, I have talked multiple times about it on Top 20 Ranked and on my album review of this album, but I don't think I have ever given my full verdict on my problems with this song, and Thank You Next as a review of this song. So without further ado, I am going to talk about the song Thank You Next. First of all, this production is some weak-ass shit. I don't like this song. Now, this is probably, and trust me, there'll be lots of controversial opinions. This is probably the most controversial opinion in this video. I'm not going to say I dislike this song or that it's a bad song. It's still decent and tolerable. Not as good as Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored, which is a superbly good song. Say that for straight face. But seriously, Thank You Next. Really good song, right? Everybody talks about this song, and this says how much. Todd in the Shadows, critic I love a lot. Have so much respect for. Loved this song to death, and yeah, this song is just complicated. And here's why. So, Ariana Grande released Thank You Next as a song to deal with her relationships. Now, I find, in addition to the production being limp and lifeless and not really lending itself to all of that stuff, I just don't find it that interesting, and it's kind of boring, to be honest. Yes, it's a real pop song, and yes, I'm glad it exists to herald in the new decade of real pop songs, maybe. I'm maybe being a bit dramatic, but this song is really good, and no, it isn't. I don't like it. Now, this is a super controversial opinion, and trust me, we'll be getting more of those. Now, the song itself is a good sentiment. It's a nice idea. I will say that in concept, I like this song. But in execution, I'm going to say something. Back when Ariana made songs like Into You or Dangerous Woman, they weren't really written by her. Other people wrote them, and she sang them, and they were pretty generic love songs / sex songs, but she sang them well, and they sounded convincing enough. Because the people who were writing them for her knew enough to not have her write about being good at sex, which is why God Is a Woman was a bad song. But those songs are incredibly generic, written by studio hacks. I'm So Into You. That can apply to anyone. Thank You Next is Ariana's most personal song to date, with the exception of Fake Smile, which is fantastic, but this is her most personal single to date, and honestly, it's very badly written. These lyrics just don't work. So, the song opens with an ode to her exes, thought I'd end up with Sean, but he wasn't a match, with some songs about Ricky, now I listen and laugh. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. If you wrote songs about someone who you're no longer with, you look back on your old self and laugh at it, that makes sense. Even Almost Got Married and For Pete, I'm so thankful. Wish I could say thank you to Malcolm, because he was an angel. So that's a nice little tribute to Mac Miller there. But it's kind of interesting that she's thankful to Pete, first of all, after everything that was dealt with. And second of all, that's fine, but it just kind of seems odd to mention Pete and Mac in the same verse. Now, that's not the problem with the song. Then we get to the pre-chorus. One taught me love, one taught me patience, one taught me pain. Now, I'm so amazing. So, obviously, she was saying her first serious boyfriend taught her love, one of them taught her patience, one of them taught her pain, and now she is so amazing. Now I understand what she's trying to say here, that she has come back from all of this, she's bounced back and is now better than ever, and how hardships make you stronger. That's totally fine. This is basically a Kelly Clarkson, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger incident, but saying, I'm so amazing. Kelly Clarkson, in Stronger, shares universal wisdom in that chorus. This song is Ariana coming off as braggadocious. I'm so amazing. What? And then she says, I've loved and I've lost, but that's not what I see. So look what I got. Look what you taught me. And for that I say thank you next. So I do kind of like that part of the lyrics. Pretty decent there. And then we got thank you next. Thank you next. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Now, there will be profanity in this review, but there's no way to avoid it because that is one of my biggest problems with this song. Now, I'm not a prude. I'm not against profanity in songs at all. But in this situation, we'll get to it. I think the chorus is the biggest problem here. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Thank you next, thank you next, thank you next. And then, before we get to the second verse, I have to address my problem with this chorus, other than the repetitiveness of it. Thank You Next is a sincere song about Ariana being grateful for her ex. I'm pretty sure this song is not supposed to be ironic. You wouldn't put a reference to the deceased Mac Miller in an ironic song. And that's my problem with it. The use of profanity in this chorus sounds like ironic. I'm not just so grateful for my ex, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Like, when I hear things like that in songs, unless you're talking about actual sex, which is not the case here, I think of things like this. I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. It doesn't work. Again, I'm not trying to be a prude or trying to say that this song shouldn't have swearing in it. I'm just saying it doesn't work at all, in my opinion. And the tone of the song is all off, too. It's supposed to be sincere, but it sounds sarcastic when it isn't. And we haven't even gotten to the other verses. The second verse of this song, spend more time with my friends, I ain't worried about nothing. So, that's obviously not true. She obviously has a lot of worries, she has PTSD, all that shit, but whatever. Plus, I met someone else, we having better discussions. I know they say I move on too fast, but this one gotta last, because her name is Ari, and I'm so good with that. Talking about self-love here, and self-appreciation, which is a good message, I agree. But using it in the context of dating yourself, that's kind of a weird, subversion that does not really come off at all, and I just can't get behind this. And also, this is kind of unrelated to anything about her exes. I get that she's moving on from her exes, but the tone of the song, it just doesn't fit. And then, she sings about herself in the third person here, which is kind of awkward. She taught me love, she taught me patience, how she handles pain. Yeah, that shit's amazing. I've loved and I've lost, but that's not what I see, because look what I found, ain't no need for searching, and for that I say thank you next. Okay, again, I think the pre-chorus parts of the song are pretty decent, and I enjoy that. My biggest problem is that swear word. I know it, again, I'm not a prude, I'm not against swearing in songs, but it sounds like it sounds like it would be sarcastic. Usually, you say, I hope you never cross my fucking mind, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. Like, it sounds like sarcasm or anger, but, and even the delivery sounds sarcastic, but that's the problem. It's not. It's dead serious, and there's just no need for the profanity there. Now, here's an example of a song which had unnecessary profanity in it, and I have many questions about. And I honestly think this song is awkward because of the profanity. Yeah, this song is kind of awkward when... But then there is also a clean version of this song. And the clean version of this song says, you're so precious when you smile. Why couldn't Ariana just make this song, I'm so grateful? Why couldn't she just do that? But you don't even need it. She should have just gone, thank you next, thank you next, thank you next, I'm so grateful for my ex. That would have been fine. And then we get the final verse, which is just weird. We get, one day I'll walk down the aisle holding hands with my mama. You hold hands with your mom when you walk down the aisle. That doesn't make sense. I'll be thanking my dad because she grew from the drama. So somehow she's thanking her dad that herself grew from the drama. It doesn't work. Only want to do it once real bad, gonna make that shit last. I guess getting married. God forbid something happens. At least this song is a smash. I've got so much love, I've got so much patience, learned from the pain, turned out amazing. Again, the narcissism and the ego here. I've loved and I've lost, but that's not what I see, because look what I found. Ain't no need for searching, and for that I'll say thank you next. Now, okay, you may be thinking, okay, you're not a big fan of thank you next, but let's talk about Seven Rings. This song is absolutely an ego trip. There's no denying this. And yeah, I initially reacted to this song. I've talked about the song on multiple occasions. It's bad. It's really bad. But wait, is it? Okay, here's my deal with Seven Rings. Seven Rings is very clearly a trap song, and honestly, I don't mind that. It's adequate, I guess. Honestly, I think the beat and production on Seven Rings is fantastic and immaculate. Way better than on Thank You Next. Now, don't laugh. I am dead serious when I say that. Now, the lyrics for this song are also not the best written. Yeah, breakfast at Tiffany's and bottles of bubbles, girls with tattoos are like getting in trouble, lashes and diamonds, ATM machines, buy myself all of my favorite things. I do kind of like the interpolation of my favorite things in this song, and then been through some bad shit, I should be a sad bitch, who would have thought it turned me to a savage. That, line kind of does bother me. Again, Ari, you're not a savage, and you're not amazing. I'm not saying she's not amazing. That's rude to say. I'm just saying calling yourself amazing comes off as incredibly narcissistic in the context of a song where you're supposed to be focusing on how grateful you are for your exes. Calling yourself amazing in another song is just an ego trip. It's not an issue when the context surrounding it is fine. If she'd had that line in this song, it would have been fine. Well, you're definitely not a savage gangster, Ariana, but move on. Rather be tied up with calls and not strings. Write my own checks like I write what I sing. My wrists stop watching, my neck is flossing, make big deposits, my glasses poppin'. You like my hair, gee, thanks, just bought it, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Yeah, these lyrics make me feel poor as shit, but at least it's consistent. It sounds like a Cardi B song. I want it, I got it, I want it, I got it, you like my hair, gee, thanks, just bought it, I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. Wearing a ring, but ain't gonna be no misses, bot matching diamonds for 6 of my bitches, I'd rather spoil my friends with my riches than retail therapy, my new addiction. I do think some of this wordplay is actually kind of clever. Whoever said money can't solve your problems must not have had enough money to solve them. They say which one, I say I want all of them. Happiness is the same price as red bottoms. Now, this song lyrically really does remind me of something like Bodak Yellow a little bit. It kind of reminds me of a Cardi B song. Which goes, said little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. At the store, I can get them both. I don't want to choose, and I'm quick, cut an inward off, so don't get comfortable. I don't dance now, I make money moves. I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you're a worker, bitch. I make bloody moves. So, I feel like Ari is trying to do that and not really going to the same depth here, but Seven Rings is still a good song, in my opinion. Here's the difference between Seven Rings and Thank You Next to Me, and why I will say definitively that Seven Rings is a better song than Thank You Next. I'm not going to make any fans for this one, but here it is. Seven Rings is a blatant ego trip. But it's not trying to be anything else. The production is sound, all the omens come in at the right time. It's pleasant to listen to. Ariana has actually decent flow considering this. She's proven she can blend trap and pop before. She did it on God Is a Woman, which production-wise sounded fine. And this song's lyrics are not good, but at least they're consistently about one topic. Ariana is awesome and she can buy shit. Whereas the lyrics to Thank You Next just kind of meander. They go into some different places, which I'm not too comfortable with, and honestly, the first couple verses are kind of okay, the self-love thing gets a little bit weird, and then the last verse is just a mess. Thank You Next is... And the chorus, man, I'm so fucking grateful for my ex. I can't get past that. It's just so sarcastic sounding, which really ruins the tone of the song for me. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you want a song like this, if you want a song like Thank You Next, this is the better option. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.